It's Beverages with Brad.
We got Walt Buteau.
Buteau,
correct?
Buteau.
Yeah.
Well, it's
Buteau.
an argument within my family.
Nobody knows yet how to pronounce it.
It's pronounced at least 5 different ways.
So we'll just call it Walt.
Buteau, Buteau.
I like how we're starting the show with we're talking.
Wait, the show's on?
He's playing Candy Crush, and we're trying to figure out what his last name is.
Quite a professional setup you got here.
This is the most...
No countdown, no rap, no 30.
This is the most unprofessional thing you've done in your career right now.
It's probably not.
Hey, I appreciate you doing this. I don't know why you agreed to it, but I appreciate you coming down.
It was a free coffee and everything.
And it's good. It's good coffee. So
it is solid coffee.
I bet they don't give it... Eyewitness News doesn't give you this kind of iced coffee.
We have a brand of coffee within the station.
A.K.A. a Keurig that they bought at Stop and Shop.
It's news coffee, so it's a little bitter.
What made you get into broadcasting?
I loved baseball. I wasn't very good. So I thought I'll be a play-by-play guy or a color commentator. Then I went to study journalism. I got an internship at a TV station, and I went out on stories, and I kind of fell in love with that. First job was in Southern Illinois, which was just a very depressed area, 20% unemployment in the whole area, coal mining country. That was my first job. Second job, and so TV, as you probably know, it's like a ladder of 210 rungs on the ladder. The smallest rung, I believe, is still, maybe has been for years, Glendive, Montana.
So when you're starting out and you want a job on television, you get to go to some.
You go anywhere that'll let you. You go anywhere they'll let you on TV, man. Is what
so you're just sitting in someone's basement in Montana on a public access show.
Glendive is probably so small they don't even have a real station. But anyway, then I went to Shreveport, Louisiana.
So you really bounced around for these.
Now 3 times in that amount of time is not bouncing around in TV. A lot of people.
Normal. What's been your favorite place you've gone and worked?
Well, I have to say Rhode Island, right? But in Texas, if the governor comes through Texas, through your market, it happens once a year. It's the biggest thing in the world. Like, that's the lead story that night on the news. George Bush was the governor at that point in Texas, and he came.
Did you cover him coming through?
Yeah, multiple times. Like, he was a nice guy off camera. He's very nice. He owned the Rangers at that point, or he had owned the Rangers, and he was an easy guy to talk to off camera. Was not stuck up, laid back, easy to talk to, and he ended up winning that gubernatorial race. Nobody thought he would, and then of course the rest is history. But my point is, in Rhode Island, the governor is much more accessible usually. So it's a concentrated area where it's a capital state. The capital is the state. So it's a little, in a lot of ways, it's easier to cover news. Plus, there's just a lot going on here, right? You got the ocean. You got a little corruption.
That seems to be your specialty.
Well, you know what? We're always looking for people misspending your money.
Yeah.
And his money.
I don't have much money, so please don't misspend it.
Exactly. So you don't want them to misspend your money.
No, I'm a karaoke host.
Or just people trying to get away with stuff. People bullying people.
I want to know where my karaoke money is going.
There was a situation with a highway. They painted the lines on the highway, a long stretch of highway. Probably, it was tens of thousands of dollars. So it's not the end of the world in the world of a state budget. So they paint the lines. Mm-hmm. And then they rip the thing up.
So it's just a waste of time and money.
Waste of money. Yeah, everything's based on tips. It's just like winning tables.
I'm curious who these people are that call.
They are people just within government.
On the inside. It's an inside thing.
They might be inside. They watch government. They're very necessary. Those guys and girls, they go to everything. They watch things closely. They point things out, or they're within a government, and they say, hey, so-and-so's doing this. You should check that out. The tip is always better than the story. The tip is like, they did this, and this. And then you find out you can only prove this, and this.
What is the craziest tip you ever got? Like, that's like you knew it was nonsense.
There are literally people who might be a little crazy. I mean, I think anything's possible. But there's people who think, they're being bugged by the government, and they call you. They believe that they're being watched. I had somebody tell me once, he's probably still around, that, talking about that the police stole billions of dollars from him, and I looked at him and I said, billions?
That's a lot
with billions?
It's weird. It seems like social media probably benefits you in some ways, but then in some ways, then you got all this false information.
No, in fact, that is something that is a concern. But at the end of the day, we're a commercial venture. So TV stations, radio stations, stand-up comedians, public access shows. You're trying. You can make money by having really good social media. I always tell people when I was a college kid and studying journalism, you had to make a tape.
Yeah.
And you had to put the tape together, and you had to put it in an envelope.
Yeah, and mail it somewhere. Yeah.
And it costs money.
And there were dinosaurs walking around.
I know, right?
Crazy. What is a goal you have right now? I mean, obviously being on Beverages with Brad was one of them. You accomplished that today.
I think that's it.
Yeah, it's the best show you've probably ever been on. Thank you for doing it, Walt.